Evening, it's the disease which doesn't discriminate. Wherever you're watching us tonight and whoever you're watching with, dementia isn't too far away. 1 in 3 of us will develop it. Some of us may find ourselves caring for a loved one just when we thought we'd be taking life a little easier. Well, one thing's for sure, we could all benefit from knowing a bit more about it. And as Alistair McKee's been finding out, the younger, the better.
I used to be a handyman, and I started forgetting tools and that. So
John has had frontotemporal dementia since his late 50s. It means he can't always find the right word.
I get letters mixed up in them, and like I say, cappuccino instead of cappuccino, which is like a coffee, Italian coffee thing I have, isn't it? What's it called?
Cappuccino.
Yeah, that.
Today, he and Sue are talking to a group of Bristol primary school children about living with dementia.
Adults have this stigma about it, where children don't have life filters yet, so we can teach them exactly what it is so that they don't build a stigma in them. Sometimes my wife Bryony, who's sat there back there, she asks me, I'll say to her, do you want a cup of coffee or a cup of tea? And so I'll go into the kitchen and I'll make it, but I'll forget to put the milk in. And I'm sure it's not going to be very long before she asks me for a cup of tea and I just give her an empty cup.
We know that 1 in 3 people of our young people know somebody living with dementia. So this work in schools is really helping to develop their knowledge and understanding to help them better manage this when they meet it in their lives.
Since his diagnosis, John has written a children's book and taken up the ukulele. So what do the children make of John and Sue?
I thought they were really nice, and it was really interesting learning about dementia. They were quite talkative, which means they could share a lot.
So they like to share their ideas and hobbies. Obviously they have dementia, but that doesn't really matter. I just like them as a person.
There's more to the person than dementia.
You can still be yourself and express the normal things as somebody who doesn't have dementia, even if you do.
And the world just walks on by. I know I can do something about.
For John and Sue, as well as these primary school children, learning to live with dementia is as much about listening as it is about showing kindness and empathy. Alistair McKee, BBC Points West in Bristol.
Oh, thanks, John, for teaching those children and us a thing or two about the condition. And we'd love to hear what's happening where you live. Maybe you have local music sessions, arts and crafts, or you might be running a memory cafe. Do get in touch. We might even send a camera along.